another new lecture or a session of online lecture series of Operation Research. Myself Tushar Thakur, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. In previous lectures, we learned what is a linear programming and what is the history of linear programming, what are the limitations, what are the assumptions of linear programming. We have learned. In today's session, we have learned the formulation of linear programming. For formulating a linear programming, as we already saw in definition of linear programming, we have linear programming consisting of an objective function which is a maximize or minimize. Means for formulation of any LPP, we have a particular objective function with a different constraint which are non-negative constraint, right? So these all a combination of decision variables, constraint and decision objective function, we formulate a simple LPP program. Let's see in next slide. What is the formulation of linear program? There are the main three components are there. First one is a decision variable. We have to use for formulating it. Second is the environment parameters, that is uncontrolled parameters. Means we have used or we have to check in different methods also. The result dependent variable, which is directly dependent variable with the problem, right? So simple basic. Here we have decision variable and we have a constraint. By using this decision variable and constraint, we have to formulate an objective function which is dependent on a decision variable and constraint. Without decision variable and constraint, we can't formulate a LPP program and we can't define an objective function, right? So this is the basic formulation of linear programming, in which we have to use or we have to formulate an equation of linear programming. Clear? So the basic component of LP, that is decision variable. First one is decision variable. What is decision variable? So decision variable described our choice that are under our control. Means you have a different parameters. You have a parameters which you have control, which is come under your control. That is called a decision variable. That's why it's called decision variable. Means we have to decide which type of variable we are used, which type of variable we are remove, which type of variable applied for getting optimal solution or getting a minimized cost or getting a maximized profit. So decision variable we have, it's our choice, right? It's under our control, right? Second one is objective function. So that describe the criteria that we wish to minimize or maximize. So in data, they never mention the objective function is maximize or minimize. They only just mention as a profit. So the simple logic is that profit, each and every company always their intention to increase the profits. They never think that to decrease the profits. So whenever a profit word is given in a data, what happen? You have a maximization problem, right? In data they have mentioned loss, they have mentioned a cost. So always the company or XYZ organizations have an intention to reduce a loss or to reduce the cost. Means is that objective function will be a minimized objective function. So it depends. We have to read a example very carefully at that they have used a profit. So our objective function or company's objective function to maximize the profit. So it's a maximization problem or it's a maximize objective function, and they mention the cost and loss, they intention to minimize their cost and loss. So that included, that comes under a minimization problem or minimized objective function. Clear? Next is a constraint, which is describe the limitation that restrict our choice for a decision variable. We have a choice we have variables under our control, but in front of that choice you have some restrictions. You have some restrict on this variable. You have to choice up to this level only. You have to select your variable up to the this or in this manner only, and this is the restriction for your program or for your function or for your maximizing a profit or for your minimizing a cost. That is not as a constraint. So these basic three parameters we have required to perform or to require formulate LP in equation form, right? So basic function, objective function and constraint. I think you now clear this. Clear? Now what is formulating a linear programming? How we formulate a linear program? First we have to choose a decision variable. Means in data, in example, they return all the things, but from that data, which variable we have find as a decision variable. We have finding first decision variable, choose the decision variable, and for easy to making or easy to formulate LP, we have make one table for easy solving the problem, right? We will learn in example. Second is choose an objective function. Linear function in variable means they mention profit, then your objective function is to maximize the profit. They mention the loss, they mention the cost. So you have an objective function as a minimum objective function, right? So first decide variable, decision variable, then decide objective function, then choose a constraint and put them in linear inequality signs, right? So this is the simple steps for formulating a linear programming. Clear? Then choose assigned restrictions. We have to choose assigned restrictions, as decision variables are always a non-negative variables. Mean at the end of the numerical we always write x1 x2 is greater or equal to 0, or x1 x2 x3 is equal to 0, greater or equal to 0, or x1 x2 up to so on xn is greater or equal to 0. Means each and every decision variables are always a non-negative variables in linear programming. Clear? So now we will go for the example. Here one example is given. A firm manufacturer two products A and B, on which the profit, what we see, the profit. So our maximization problem, what is our objective function? To maximize the profit. So here they mention the profit, so the objective function is equal to Z max, right? So per unit rupees 3 and per unit rupees 4. So what is our objective? Our objective to increase a profit. So here 0.3 and 0.4 comes and into our objective function. Respectively, each product is produced at 2 machines, M1 and M2, and product require a 1 minute of processing time on M1 and 2 minutes on M2. This 1 and 2 they have mentioned as a decision variables, right? As a constraint, right? This is the constraint. Decision variable that are M1, M2, and the constraint is that only product A require 1 minute only M1 and 2 minutes on M2, right? For product B they gave a restriction as a 1 minute processing time for M1 and 1 minute processing time for M2. Here M1 is available for 7 hours and 30 minutes. Simple. This is again a restrictions. And while the machine M2 is available for 10 hours during any working day. Now find out, formulate the problem as a LPP, right? This is a basic example given. From that, first what we have to do, first we have to, for finding the decision variable, we find out simple objective function and constraint, and we formulate the equations. So first what we have to do, we have to make one table over here. A and B, M1 and M2 are there, and profit 3 and 4. Here 450 minutes means company defined as 7 hours and 30 minutes. Means we convert in 30 minutes. What happened there? 7 into 60, that is 420 plus 30, that is 450 minutes, right? And 10 hours available for M2 machine, means 10 into 60 we have got 600 minutes of availability of M2 machine, right? So here the decision variable This M1 and M2. First, what is the objective function? Objective function is to increase a profit. Means we have to put here Zmax is equal to 3x1 plus 4x2. Right? We have to make a simple equation over here. Means we have to increase the profit. So our objective function is to maximize our profit. Now, what are the constraints? What are the subject to this x1 plus x2 less or equal to 450? Means you have a processing time M1 on M1 as for product A 1 minute, for product 2 1 minute. So what happened for M1 machines? You have a processing time up to 450 minutes only. So see, always less or equal to 450 minutes, right? M2 is available only for 600 minutes. So second equation we have draws 2x1 plus x2 less or equal to 600, and here x1 and x2 is greater than or equal to 0. This condition will always we have to write to solve the problem, and this indicates that all these same variables are non-negative. So this is the basic simple form of a linear programming, and these three equations are known as LPP formulation, as linear programming equation, and this equation will be solved by two methods, simplex method and a graphical method. Clear? So I attach here to another example for your practice. If you understood the topic of formulation of LPP as I explained, so you have to try this example. Sometimes they mention in table, they give a table also, and sometimes we have to make from this diagram we have to make a simple table and solve the LPP. Clear? So this is the end of this session. In next lecture we will learn a different method to solve a linear programming. Thanks for watching.